renovation, we'll build and serve the nation. Summer State University, it's the best for you and me. Your future and dreams come alive. So come on to Summer State University. Summer State University. So come on to Summer State University. From our humble beginnings, we began to shine.
From taking little footsteps, we began to climb.
Near or far, we have reached across summer.
From Catbalogan, Resouces, Paranas and Basay. From our halls, we walked their aisles.
Achievements and awards now in prize. Join us and we'll show you the greatness of SSU. Summer State University, soaring high with excellence. Seat of innovation, we'll build and serve the nation. Summer State University, it's the best for you and me. Your future and dreams come alive. So come on to Summer State University.
Summer State University.
So come on to Summer State University.
When I am down and all my soul so weary,
When troubles come and my heart burden be,
and I am still and wait here in the silence.
Pambansang Awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, kaya sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng mag-ibig, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagagapulog sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magtitindig. Luma ng araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya na pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. Summer State University, refuge of our dreams in flight. Upon your rose so benign, the brighter morn's delight. And as we cross the threshold towards the brighter day, your beacon keeps on burning to guide us on our way. Oh, Summer State University, your name is in our hearts. So today we rejoice and sing with love and loyalty. And as we cross the threshold towards the brighter day, your beacon keeps on burning to guide us on our way. Oh, Summer State University, your name is in our hearts. So today we rejoice and sing with love and loyalty.
Since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of activities were hampered and mobility was restricted, which had a big impact on the economy not just of the Philippines, but worldwide. Because of this inevitable occurrence, many opted to use the online platform. From education, work, and even the business sector relied on the internet as it was the most convenient way to go on with the day-to-day activities. There was a big adjustment, but thankfully, everyone seems to cope with the new normal. With this setup, many started to venture online businesses to augment their finances. However, starting a business is hard, especially when you don't have the right resources and tools. But how do you know which resources and tools are the best to adapt? The Student Welfare and Development Services understands that a lot of students are interested to start a business due to financial constraints or plainly they have passion for it. This afternoon, we will be having a very interesting topic as it will be a big help to those who are into business and even to those who just want to try. The topic is finding resources for online entrepreneurship, and therefore, and before we move on to the introduction of the speaker, let me first read the house rules for this afternoon's webinar. Okay, so okay, so rule number one, please turn off your camera and microphone if not needed. Rule number two, every Zoom participant's name must be in the following format: family name, first name, and the middle initial. So failure to comply will relegate you to the waiting room and not be admitted. Rule number three, for FB Live participants, you may share, tag, mention your friends to join this FB live stream, but please refrain from posting unnecessary comments in the comment section. Rule number four, for Zoom participants again, questions and clarifications will be entertained after the talk, and by then, you may turn on your cam and mic or you may use the chat box. The moderators will queue if you are already recognized. Well, for FB Live participants, you may key in your questions and clarifications in the comment section, but will be entertained after the talk. Rule number five, please stay until the end of the symposium. Rule number six, make sure to fill out correctly the attendance or evaluation and answer the questions to secure your certificate of participation. Link shall be posted in the Zoom chat box, Facebook page of SSU Student Welfare and Development Services immediately after the webinar. So it's important to give us 3 to 5 days after the webinar to prepare the certificate of participation. It shall be sent to the email you used in the attendance link. And on behalf of those who will not be able to join the live stream of the webinar, attendance and evaluation link will be available until the end of the semester. Okay, so again, good afternoon. Sorry, I was muted. Let me just mention these people from Bukidnon, Mindanao, Miss Merquita and Fred Delfino from Negros Oriental. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. And yes, SSU is the webinars of SSU, especially the SWDS webinars, are free for everyone, not just for SSU students, but also for everyone. Okay, so thank you for joining us this afternoon. Now let us introduce our speaker for this afternoon. Our speaker this afternoon is the CEO of Mr. Outsource Incorporated, a leading outsourcing company that consults and facilitates with business. Kaya na automatic pag-mute? I'm so sorry again for that. So, our speaker for this afternoon is the CEO of Mr. Outsource Incorporated, a leading outsourcing company that consults and facilitates with business owners in creating effective and efficient remote teams. Also, she's the CEO of Dreamwork Co-working Space, 2018 coworker.com, number one members choice co-working space in Davao City. Dreamwork enables you to work in comfort in the ambience of a regular office without having to hustle for a table in some crowded coffee shops. She's also an author and was able to write a book on outsourcing to the Philippines with outsourcing expert and international best-selling author entrepreneur Erlen Beck, an advocate for improving the overall standard of the Philippines online workforce, trained and coached more than 1,000 digital professionals through Mr. Outsource University trainings, seminars, conferences, and boot camps. She is also a founding member of Digital Career Advocates of the Philippines, or the DCAP. It is an association established to promote the growth of the online outsourcing industry and advocate for the welfare of online workers in the Philippines. She is a Google Business Group Davao co-lead, lead local communities in helping to inspire and empower members to better use web technologies for their business. Women will lead. Women will lead. Women will is a Google initiative to create economic opportunity for women everywhere so that they can grow and succeed, helping women make the most of technology to build skills, get inspired, and connect with each other through trainings, events, and advocacy. We aim to, which aims to drive conversations promoting gender equality to benefit everyone. So without any further ado, let us welcome our speaker for this afternoon, Miss Regina Evangelista.
Hi guys, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am, again.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Great, let me share my screen. Okay. Can everyone see my screen? Okay, let me just check. Okay. Nice. All right. I think I don't have to reintroduce myself. That was a very detailed introduction. Thank you so much. And I'm very happy to be back in SSU. The last webinar I did was about resume building. Yeah, that was about job interviews. So that was very exciting. So today is one of the topics that is very dear to my heart, online entrepreneurship. I am an entrepreneur myself. I've started different companies all throughout the years. And mind you, I did not come from a business family. I am the first. I am the first one who started a business in her family. I grew up thinking that in order for you to succeed, you must work at a good company, at a big company, or those big names that our parents like us to work in. And those were kind of the goals that I grew up in. And it's like, after class, after studies, after university, this is where you need to go. And that was basically how we grew up. But, things change and things happen. And with the opportunity that we have in the world today, with the technology that is available to us and the resources that are, mind you, they are like free already. All the education or all the skills and resources that we need are already online. Some are free, some are not. But if you just need to, if you really know what you're looking for, it is easy to find these resources. Now, the topic for today is finding resources for online entrepreneurship. But I've actually made it easy for you guys, and I've actually accumulated some of the tools that I have used primarily through the Google Business Group. So Google Business Group here in Davao is, we try to promote online entrepreneurship, especially in the remote areas, especially to farmers or to single moms or the housewives or the moms that are in the house who wanted an opportunity to get an income besides working. So the presentation I have is mainly towards that in that context. So again, if you have any questions, I would really love it if you guys put it in the chat box or interrupt me and just say your questions out loud before we proceed. I would rather have this session to be interactive as much as possible, so you guys can ask me anytime. So I'd rather have this like a two-way webinar rather than just me talking all the time. Again, this webinar is more for you than for me. So if you ask as many questions as you can, especially if you want to start your own online business, or if you have an online business right now and you want to learn more about it, please do put it in the chat box or interrupt me as we go. All right. Now let us proceed. I think in the slide right now you see, I have basically some of the businesses that are very near to me, that are very dear to me. So we have the Mr. Outsource, which is an outsourcing company. Basically, we have 50 to 60 employees right now, and we are continually growing and we are continually hiring. We are based in Davao City, and our services are mainly virtual assistants, graphic design stuff, web development. And our clients are all international. They are located mainly in the US, and then some of them are in the UK and in Australia. And then Mr. Outsource University is a byproduct of Mr. Outsource, because we are looking for a good quality candidate. So we try to create the Mr. Outsource University for people or for candidates to go through and actually experience online work, online virtual assistant work. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with it. So we have a lot of online freelancers and basically we train them through that university. Another one that is a byproduct of Mr. Outsource is the DreamWork co-working space. A lot of the times, our team members, they have problem working from home. So before COVID, we already have some people working from home, some people working not just in Davao, so they're working elsewhere. And sometimes their internet is not good, or sometimes, there's brownouts and clients get frustrated because international clients don't really quite understand the brownouts, the internet interruption we have, the low quality of internet services that we have. So they it's a culture shock for them for when we say that we have slow internet or we have power interruption, because it seldom happen in their area. So we try to make sure that we have a space for everyone working online. We have backup generators, we have 3-4 internet providers, and basically it's a 24/7 office for online workers, so they don't have to go to coffee shops where it's noisy, there's no outlet, so we offer an office space without having to rent the whole building, right? So all you need to do is rent a desk or a table, basically a library, but office type, So I'm not sure if you guys have one there in Samar, but I do believe there's a lot of in Manila, in Cebu, and in Davao. And other areas like Bacolod, they also have one. So really, the co-working space industry in the Philippines is rapidly growing. However, with the pandemic, a lot of people are now working from home and avoided going to offices and going outside. But right now, more and more people are going back to the office, of course, with COVID measures in place. So yeah, so that's the co-working space idea. Another one is the Davao biohacking. It's more of like a coffee business. We sell coffee, we sell extracts, and we sell basically products that help boost productivity, for health, for mental health as well. So if you want to get focused or you want to live healthy, that's where that business revolves around. So these are the 4 businesses that are very close to my heart, and those are the businesses that I would want to share with you guys. So let us proceed with the next one. So the Passion to Profit is a work in progress book that I have. It's my second book, and in that book, it's like it's an online entrepreneurship /book/workbook, where half of the book is about activities and resources that will help you with your online entrepreneurship. So right now, I've taken some of those resources that are important from the book and basically share them with you guys right now. And I'm going to share where you can download the activities. This was the first book that we printed out. I'm not sure if you guys can see. And this is the Passion to Profit book that we first printed out. Yep. So these are the pages that we have. So these are the activities that we printed for our participants, or for participants who attended the online entrepreneurship workshop. And a lot of resources are here and a lot of the guides are here. So because you've attended this webinar, I am going to give you free access to this workbook. So in your free time, you can go through and answer these. So if you stay and you actually stay until the end of the presentation, you might actually get, I'll tell you to get this. So this is Passion to Profit, teaching you how to make money doing what you love through online entrepreneurship. So here are the 4 steps. Let me put this here so that I'm facing you guys. Okay, there you go. So these are the 4 steps to Passion to Profit that I actually created. So the first one is you find your passion. Now, a lot of the times this is a hard question because there's really no right time to find your passion. Some find it very early, some find it very late, some don't really know how to find it at all. I think the very good question to ask is, what do you love doing the most that doesn't require effort? You just feel like when you do it, you're very happy. So this passion usually coincides with hobbies, things that you don't let other people tell you to do it. You just do it and you love doing it. So a lot of the times our friends are good in sewing, or they're good with dogs. They are good with they like animals, and that's where they focus their business around. It is much easier to basically start your online business with something that you already love doing. So, for example, for me, I love helping other people. I love being of service to other companies, or for to start off to clients, and make sure that their business are running and their life is running as a virtual assistant, because that's how I started. And I feel like that's something that I really wanted to do, to be of service to other people. So my businesses are basically around that, helping other people improve their lives or save them time. So those are basically the cornerstone of the businesses that I start. So finding your passion. And then second is we're going to discuss how to target your market once you find your passion already. 3 is you choose your platform. There's a lot of platforms that are available. We have TikTok, we have Instagram, we have Lazada, we have Shopee, we have Facebook store, which is really good for you. Okay. Number 4 is how do you market your business? I'm going to give you an overview of how to get started. I just want to also know who among you guys here are, already have an online business, already started, or, you don't really consider it a business, maybe side hustle, or maybe like a side gig that you do after work or after school, something that makes you money, whether you're selling in school. Please let me know the name of your business so that we can we can give a shout out to your business. So I can share it to my network as well. So, we're here to support local and to support each other. So if you guys have your business already, please share them on this. Please share them in the chat. Or if you have a business idea already, please put it in the chat, or any passion that you feel, please add it in the chat so that, we can maybe build a business around it together. It's an activity that we can do together. Okay, so finding your passion. So here in this book, we have an activity all about finding your passion. We got inspired by Jeanette Bray Atwood and Chris Atwood, which are the co-authors of the Passion Test. This is also one of those that Oprah Winfrey recommends. So this is basically to help you find your passion or find that thing that you've wanted to do. So the first part of figuring out how you want to spend your one and only life, they say, is to identify the activities that make you light up, the things you love to do more than anything else. So if you can, maybe tomorrow or this weekend, if you have some alone time, you basically sit down and list down all of the things that you love doing. Just list them all down and see what comes up. When you look at the list, look at those things that really, really light you up. And that's where you can start. And that's where we can start developing that idea. So they recommend, I'm not sure if you guys heard of this, but you need to find 3 hobbies in your life, especially the younger generation. You need to find one that makes you money, which is the online business, one to keep you in shape, make sure that you're fit for you to sustain physically the hardships that is attached, that is a consequence of the hard work in entrepreneurship. And then one to be creative. You need to have a creative output, because running an online business is quite a feat. It really requires hard work. A lot of the times people only see the result, or a lot of the times people only see what they see on social media, but they don't see the sleepless nights or the irate customers that you need to deal with, the complaints, the returns, the refunds, and all that struggle. Right now, there are a lot of people romanticizing entrepreneurship. And although that's partly true, a lot of the times, online business or entrepreneurship in general is hard work. So you need to make sure that you are physically and mentally prepared by finding activities that make you money, number 1. keep you in shape, and be creative. So once you list them all down, you get to see, okay, this will make me money, this can make me money, and basically just categorize them as per make you money, make you in shape, and give you that creative outlet. Now, here again is where you can also start. Number one, you list down the things that you do well. You do well right now. You have the skill set, you have the knowledge, you have the experience. You list them all down now, whether you know graphic design, whether you know baking, whether you know how to cook, whether you know how to set up a place and make it beautiful, right? Stage decorating or event styling, whether you're good with communication, you can host, you can speak in English very well. So anything that really stands out that you do very well, that doesn't require so much effort. Second is the things that you don't know how to do yet, but you want to do them. For example, you're good with speaking in English, but you also want to be bilingual. You want to know Spanish, you want to speak French, right? Because there's a lot of demand for bilingual speakers, and you know that this can make you money. A lot of the times, there are a lot of websites right now that are looking for bilingual call center agents, right? Agents or people that can speak Spanish, Chinese, Japanese, or French, right? So there's a lot of companies are looking for these types of talent. So if you guys have that, or you don't know that yet, but you want to reach that point, because if you can speak multiple languages, then you can charge even more. So that's things I don't know yet, but I want to do category. Lastly, is you list down the things that you can do, right? But you're not happy doing it. For example, I'm a fast typist, right? But I hate transcribing. I hate transcription. I can create a transcription services because I know how to do it. I can start a transcription agency, but then I'm not happy doing it. So I won't open a business around transcription or around my typing skills. Or for example, I'm good at research. I've got high grades in research. My theses got top grades. I know citations, I know referencing, but I don't really enjoy it. I'm not really happy doing it. So you don't build your business around it. I have a friend who, when she started, she hated reviews and she hated all the exams that need to take, but she feels like as she keeps on doing it, if she of all the tests that she needs to pass to go work abroad, because she was a nurse, she finds that although she really didn't enjoy the testing part, she enjoys helping other nurses pass the test. So she created a review center as a business, because her passion, or what she loves to do, is helping nurses pass the test, helping nurses how to get jobs abroad. And that's basically how she started a very, very successful review center here in our city. Okay, so those 3 talent inventory. So if you can also try and sit down and list it according to this category, it's very easy for you to just pick, or at least, give you that a better road to deciding which online business you would want to start. Okay, next. Now you need to have, so once you already have your idea, right? Your business idea, or you already have your business right now, you need to think, what are the unique selling propositions, or what are the unique selling points of your business, the USPs, whether that's in your branding, right? Whether that's your why. Why did you create that business? For example, to help farmers, create better online systems, or to create to save the environment. That's why you start selling metal straws. You started selling bamboo straws. You started selling, non-plastic materials, or you started a shop where it's all eco-friendly products because you are very passionate or you love taking care of the environment. So that's your why. Another unique selling point is your special offers, right? So whether when they buy from you, they get 3 plus more, right? Milk tea are everywhere right now, milk tea as a business. So when a lot of the times they would usually, most of the milk tea businesses right now is you buy one, you get 3. And that's basically because the market is so saturated, like every corner there's milk tea opening, there's a milk tea business opening. Other milk tea businesses do that with their special offers. If you buy from us, buy one, get 3. So that's basically their unique selling propositions, not necessarily the milk tea itself. Okay, so that's just how they are in their USPs. Another is your product. This is a very common part. A lot of businesses feels like what makes them unique is their product. But here's the thing. But if your product, and you're not the only one in the market who has that product, exact formula, exact systems, then it's hard really to sell that unique selling proposition. So you need to present your product in a way that makes it very unique. Why do we need to buy your product? Okay, so this is another unique selling propositions that you need to build around. Now, other USPs is the target market. This can be very specific because, for example, this book, okay, I'm going to sell this book. My target market are single moms between 18 or let's say 16, right? From teenage moms, 16 to 25 single moms. Those are just my target market. I'm not selling to other moms. I'm only selling to that specific target market. Or for example, my business or my advocacy is all around teenage moms. I want to help them. That's my advocacy. So I want to help them create a business around that and helping other teen moms. So my target market is very specific. Other target market, for example, gamers. You want to start selling gaming computer parts or building a good gaming setup. So your target market are gamers, but you can even push it down and focus on gamers in what location? In Davao? Or you're targeting the whole Philippines? Can you ship nationwide? Are you targeting gamers just in Samar? What part in Samar? So you can be very, very specific. Are you looking for new gamers or are you looking for experienced gamers who has experience building setups? So you're looking for the more experienced gamers as customer base. So you need to be very specific with your target market as well. Another USP factor is your process. Now, let's say water refilling station. There is a lot of water refilling station, right? But a lot of the times, the unique selling points of other water station is the process of how they make the water, how they oxidize the water, or how they process the water. Some are alkaline, some are, different type of water, because believe it or not, other people prefer a specific type of water. So they want mineral water, others like alkalized water, a spring water, so any type of water, right? So what they did was they really factor in and advertise their their process as a water refilling station, right? Or the water filters, So that's how they focus their marketing on their USP. Another one is their location. A lot of the times, this is the location if you are a physical store, but with online store, although the location is not big of a factor that it usually is in a brick and mortar shop, it is still nice. Even though if you're an online store, there is a physical shop for them to go to whether they want to ask more questions or whether they want to buy bulk products, or before they want to buy, they want to see the product. So having a physical location is also a unique selling proposition. For example, let's say furniture. A lot of the times there are furniture business who are selling online, but your target market is very specific. They don't usually buy unless they have seen the furniture themselves. They actually feel it. They actually sit on it. So this is having a physical location for them to look at is a unique selling proposition. Now, in your branding or in marketing your services or your business, you can then focus your branding or your message towards your unique selling propositions. You can highlight your location, your brand. Doesn't necessarily have to be just one. You can actually pick multiple of these in your USPs, but these are just the common USPs that a lot of the businesses are promoting in their business. And if you own your business, if you have your business, you need to answer all of these USPs. Do I have a location? Is it a unique one, right? Am I located in the highway? I have a friend he noticed that there is no bayad centers where he lives. Malayo pa daw yung bayad center, dun pa talaga sa labasan ng subdivision nila. So what he did was he started a bayad center. He franchised Cebuana Luwilier, and what he did was his location was his unique selling proposition to his target market, because the target market don't really have to go far. It's very near to where his target market is. So that is very, very good. And he tries to market it. He puts it in his tagline. He puts it in his logo everywhere. He really put the message out there na if you go here, mas malapit, mas convenient, hassle-free, COVID-free, because you don't have to travel. So yun talaga yung dinidiin niya as his message. So basically, this is one of the things that you need to pin down when you start your online business. Next, to also find your unique selling point. Once you find that, it is easy to do elevator pitches. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the elevator pitch, but as a business owner, you need to be familiar with an elevator pitch. The elevator pitch is a concept that derived basically from the question, if you are stuck in an elevator, or let's say if you ride with an investor in an elevator who can offer you 5 million pesos in your business, for example, how will you describe your business to the investor from first floor to the second or third floor? So basically, you have that short amount of time to explain what your business is. Now, this is an art. This is a skill to know the elevator pitch, because pitching your business can sometimes, especially your passion business, can sometimes be very hard and very long. Nasa intro ka pa lang, nakarating na kayo sa second floor, right? So basically, this is like a format of conversation on how you introduce your business. For example, here. So your elevator pitch is a way to share your expertise and credentials of your business very quickly and effectively with people who don't know you. So again, when they ask, what do you do, or what is your business about? So it's easy to actually tell it very quickly and effectively. So according to Andrea Barica, who is a Filipino that is based in the US, she has a very successful business. She said that if you can't explain it to me in a minute, you don't understand your business well enough. So that basically it was a wake-up call for a lot of us, because for me, when I started, it's so hard to really explain what my business does in a very short amount of time. But I was able to develop my elevator's pitch as we go, as through the years. So here is the elevator pitch of Airbnb. You guys all know what Airbnb is. So most tourists booking online care about prices, and hotels are one of the highest costs for when traveling. On the other hand, platforms like couchsurfing.com have proven that over 500,000 people are willing to lend their couches or spare bedrooms. We have created a platform that connects travelers with locals, letting them rent our rooms or even the entire place. And travelers can save money and locals can monetize empty rooms. We just take 10% commission. So that's basically what Airbnb is. They explain their competitor, which are the hotels. They have explained the problem, right? Which, hotels are expensive, and they have a solution because they have proven that people are willing to rent their spare rooms or rent their entire houses for strangers for money. So that's why they created a platform for travelers. And they've created a platform for the locals to earn more money. So it's a win-win, right? And they just take 10%. It's a very clever way of putting together the 60-second elevator pitch very, very easily. And once you've developed your elevator pitch to your clients or to your in your business, it is easy to create social media posts. It is easy to create Instagram content. It's easier to create TikTok content around your business because you know your competitor, you know the problem, you know the solution. It is now very clear. All you have to do is create content around it. Slack, another one that's very popular, Slack. The problem is, this is their elevator pitch. The average office worker receives 304 emails per week. They also attend an average of 62 monthly meetings, half of which they consider wasted time. Slack was made to make work more efficient. It organizes conversations by channels and drastically reduces the need for emails or meetings. It's integrated with hundreds of productivity tools like Google Docs, calendars, email, Dropbox, Zoom, so you can receive automatic notifications and take action without leaving the interface. So that is their elevator pitch. They have shared the problem via statistics and research. They offer a solution, and basically they have given a benefit, right? They inserted a benefit. They could have ended in, it organizes conversations by channels and drastically reduces the need for emails or meetings. They could have ended there, but they went ahead and added a benefit or a feature of the app, which is it has hundreds of productivity tools integrated to it, which is, for me, a very smart way to attract tech companies to use Slack, right? So if your target market are tech people, tech companies, and you tell them this, that there are hundreds of productivity apps that you can connect and integrate to Slack, then that is like a unique proposition for them. So that's a unique benefit. So yeah, that's a good elevator pitch. Mr. Outsource, that's my business, our business. This is our elevator pitch. We offer a done-for-you service that is highly focused on consulting and facilitating with business owners in establishing and managing remote teams from the Philippines. From recruitment, training, payroll, management, we got you. Parang SM lang. We got it all for you. Okay, so that's basically your elevator pitch. I can define this with business owners around the world. Or if I'm talking to an American investor, I can say with business owners in America, para it resonates with them. I am highlighting the location USP. I'm highlighting also the benefit here, the process from recruitment, training, payroll. I'm highlighting the USP of our process, which means done for you service. Wala na kay buhaton, kami na problema tanan. That's basically what the USP in our company is. Done for you service na siya. So it's very easy. You don't really have to be in the Philippines to hire Filipino workers. Kami na bahala. So that's basically our USP. So I'm going to share with you, basically, if you're a writer, another one. This is a unique proposition for writing if you want to start a writing business. No matter what the angle, I'll help you find the words to turn skeptics into advocates and prospects into paying customers through your writing, right? So that's an elevator pitch right there, or that's a unique selling point. You can help with your words or with the way you write, you can turn leads and potential customers into advocates, into paying customers. That's how powerful you write your copies are, or you write your emails or your branding if they want to get your services. Another is for marketing consultancy. If you're good with marketing, digital marketing, social media marketing, you will help increase their sales by combining integrated media solutions with high precision targeting, right? Because you're good with targeting market or targeting audiences. Another one, if you're a business coach and you want to help other businesses improve their business, you can say, I help purpose-driven entrepreneur. So, very targeted yung market niya. Gusto niya yung mga entrepreneur na may purpose. Ayaw niya yung mga petiks-petiks lang. So, I want to help purpose-driven entrepreneurs realize big vision and get their message out there with power, ease, and joy. Okay? Yung kanyang language, kasi sinabi niya purpose-driven. So yung mga words na ginamit niya sa USP niya is power, ease, joy, right? So this is one of those tools in the online entrepreneurship that you need to use, the power of words. Again, if it's online, it's really hard to communicate with your audience kasi nga, you don't see them, you don't feel them, you don't touch them. So it's better to really play on words, be strategic with how you write things. If you're into social media and photography business, you can say you help businesses enhance their online marketing image through social media and photography. You can create good photographs for their products. You go to the restaurant, take photos of their food, and then you help create a social media content around the photographs that you took. So if you're a food blogger or you're a food photographer, the business will pay you for your services. That's another business. If you love to eat, if you love to explore restaurants around your area and you like to take photos of the food and you're really good at it, then maybe you can start your business around that, Next. Okay, so this is another reminder. Your business should solve other people's problems or be of value to other people, because building your brand or building your business from your passion and purpose doesn't mean you center the entire thing around you. Okay, although we've said, this is what I love to do. I love dogs. I love to cook. I love to bake. You don't necessarily focus the entire business around you, but focus on how do you help other people with the same passion, or how do you give value to other people who love dogs as well, or how about, how do you help farmers, how do you help nurses, how do you help the environment? So basically, this is just a good reminder, because a lot of the times people buy people buy from people, and if your business is revolving around you, puro na lang ikaw, that one friend na muduol pa lang siya, likaya na siya sa tanan, right? Because sige na lag, sige na lag baligya, sige na lag ana, so wala siya value na ginahatag sa client. So palit na sa Kaanibi, subscribe sa Kaanibi, But if you can be of value to other people and not really selling them all the time and not really like it's all about you, it's a more meaningful and it's a more profitable type of business. So see, wa pa ganita kasugod sa online business, no? Daghan kay hard work, daghan kay kailangan buhatonon, daghan kay kailangan suwaton, daghan kayo kailangan i-finalize. So, but if you do the work, if you do all these, I guarantee it's easier along the road kasi you already have the foundations in place. So here is a template for the elevator pitch. So we have this one sentence. You can say for your target customer, who has, what is their need? And then your product name is a market category insert that is one key benefit. Unlike the competition, the product, and you put your USP here. For example, for the people or for the students of Samar State University who has a problem with, for SSU students who are taking classes online from home, who has a need for faster internet service provider. Samar, let's say our product name is Samar Internet, Fast Internet Company. Samar, Regina's Samar Internet Company is a internet service provider, which is the market category, that is the fastest in the entire Samar. Unlike, let's say, PLDT or Smart in Samar, our product is unique because you can then say we offer discounts for SSU students. We have a location and office that they can come here. Or why are we fast? We have our own cables that are connected to Hong Kong or something like that. Basically, you then run down all the benefits, or you can just choose 2 to 3 unique differentiators. So this basically says it all, and you don't really have to ramble like, I started as yada, 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 yada. So you, as an elevator pitch, this is one of those resources for online entrepreneurship that you need to have your your business pitch. So I will share, if you guys can screenshot, or if there's a recording, you guys can use this. Take a screenshot of this, save this somewhere, and then basically start developing your elevator pitch or your business pitch. Now, step 2, targeting your market. Now, this is, we can really go very, very targeted here and very, very, very specific. Now, a buyer, let's create a buyer persona. A buyer persona enables you to create marketing strategies that is for someone, not for everyone. I would rather have 100 audiences in a conference that is going to buy my book rather than 1 million audiences. I only get 10 sales of my book, right? So I would rather get that specific 100, no, rather than the 1 million one. The practice right now is most brands or most companies, they don't really care about quantity of followers. Or if you're for example, your business is your social media, you're an influencer, okay, and your business is all around your followers and your reach and the engagement you have with your followers. Unfortunately, a lot of the brands find that even though million ang follower ni influencer, a lot of the times walang bumibili. Pero may mga influencer or may mga businesses na ang ano lang nila, ang followers lang nila, let's say 100 or below 10,000, but they are devoted, loyal followers na pag sinabi ni ganyan, bili agad lahat. Or pag promote ni ganyan yung business, yung products nila, automatically the sales or the conversions are 50% more or 70% more than the influencer na may ang dami-daming million followers, right? So yan yung parang trend ngayon na nakikita ng mga brands and companies. Targeting your market also is very particular because a lot of the times brands or let's say sponsors or yung mga customers natin, they really matter when it comes to the ads, the ads that you're presenting to them on social media, yung branding na ginagawa nyo, very different siya. So why do I have buyer 1, buyer 2, buyer 3, buyer 4? because we are going to be creating different buyer personas. So number one, for example, let's go for the internet provider in Samar. For example, yun yung company natin. So ang buyer one natin is someone, student siya. So buyer one is student siya ng SSU, taga Samar, age niya between 18 to 25, nakatira siya sa Samar. Ano pa, yung buyer one natin. So very very high achiever siya sa school, right? So talagang ayaw niya umabsent, right? So we now have that buyer persona one. So if we want to run ads or if we want to run our products sa kanya, we have to create a pitch. We have to create a presentation or an ad na pasok sa kanya. Na pag nabasa niya, ouch, ako lagi yun. You know, like I need your product. So you can say in your ad, are you a high achieving SSU student but is struggling with your internet? Don't worry, right? Regina's internet provider is here to save you. And let's help you get that valedictorian award, right? So yun yung kanyang ads, specific lang sa buyer number one. So make sure na tinatamaan siya. So buyer number two, for example, is babae naman siya na student from SSU, and she is the one na very sporty and she's very, let's say, palagala or very, let's say, very outspoken. May vlog siya, lagi siyang nagla-live, lagi siyang nagsishare ng mga products sa social media, sa Facebook post niya, right? So, iba naman yung target ad natin para sa kanya, right? So, with this type of targeting, it's easier to target each persona rather than creating one ad targeting the four. Kasi iba-iba ang kanilang parang trigger point. Iba-iba yung mga points na nakaka-attract for them. So it's nice to really list down buyer persona. Sometimes it's helpful to, if you have a company, if you have a team, to name the buyer personas. For example, for us, entrepreneurs na taga-US na hindi na niya kaya lahat ng task niya, pero hindi din niya ma-afford na mag-hire ng assistant sa US kasi mahal dun if they hire an assistant. So, ang buyer one namin, ang tinatawag namin sa kanya is Executive Eddie. Meaning, executive siya, tapos growing yung business niya, and very corporate-like si Business Eddie, very business tone or ganyan. So, whenever we create an ad for Executive Eddie, we make sure that our language is really executive, corporate, the words that we use, right? So yan yung aming si Executive Eddie. Meron naman kaming buyer 2. Ang tawag namin sa kanya si Google Gary. So si Google Gary is someone na very like casual entrepreneur na who loves to work in Google or who previously worked in Google, who loves younger generation assistants na who loves technology, who loves the latest apps. Yun yung kanyang hilig. So, yung ad na pinapresent namin kay Google Gary is very tugma sa descriptions ni Google Gary, right? So, another tool for your online business is to really list down the different buyer personas that you are targeting. Hindi pwede yung isa lang yung target market mo sa lahat. So, I'm not sure if you guys have already tried Facebook ads, but Facebook ads made it really, really simple for you. All you really have to do is tick boxes or answer questions, and then they will target your market for you. But this is also another brainstorming activity that you can do with your business partners or with yourselves kung mag-isa ka lang, or your team, to really target sino ba talaga ang target market ng water refilling station natin, or sino ba talaga yung target market ng ating ukay-ukay store, or yung online live selling natin, or pag if you're doing online live selling for bags or for phones or for shoes, sino ba talaga yung ina-attract mo, right? A lot of the times, the the mistake that I've seen that a lot of I mean, not really a mistake, but the practice that a lot of the online sellers do is they ask as many people to share their live as they want, as they can. Now, yung live kasi, they want as many viewers as possible. Pero, kung yung viewers na yon are not your target market, hindi talaga sila bibili. You know, at the end of the day, kahit marami, pero hindi naman bibili, parang sayang lang yung effort natin. However, I have seen businesses na yung live selling nila exclusive. Yun lang talaga na makakapasok ka sa live selling nila na may bibili ka talaga. You're not allowed to look at their live or to enter their live Zoom selling if hindi ka bibili. So these are live selling or auction for paintings, for talagang mamahalin na bags. So pumapasok ka talaga doon na may perang dala. So which is better, kahit 10 lang sila or 20, it is more, it is more effective sa time mo than selling to millions of viewers, konti lang naman ang bibili. So it's just really about trying to work smart at saka yung targeting your market. Next is choosing your selling platform. Now there's a lot of platforms out there, I'm sure, but one of the most popular selling platform we have is Lazada. We also have Shopee. I'm not sure who is the latest among the top for 2020, 2021. I'm sure this has changed because the pandemic has pushed everyone to buy things online because we can't go to physical stores. So the rise and the increase of the people of the target market of the customers buying preference to buy online has really, really skyrocketed during the pandemic season. So this statistics will be updated. No? So we have Lazada, we have Shopee. I'm not sure if you have the preference, but I think every month may sale sila. That's their unique proposition. May 5-5, may 4-4, may 3-3 sale sila. Every month na lang, meron silang, that's their unique selling propositions, yung special offers nila. Carousel, I'm not sure. This isn't as popular here in the Philippines as in Singapore or in other Asian countries, but Carousel is big when it comes to selling second-hand goods. So ngayon, wala pang mga Facebook Marketplace before, pero right now, Carousel talaga if you want to buy legit original second-hand items. Cars, shoes, and bags, and clothes usually sa Carousel. We have Etsy naman if your product or your business is around handmade vintage items or yung mga handicrafts or yung mga artisan items, yung mga gawa sa kamay like ginanchilyo or artwork, planners, stationaries, stickers, customizable jewelry, customizable mugs or ganyan, maraming bumibili sa Etsy because Etsy's target market is around hobbyists, crafts, mga people, mga moms na gustong magbenta ng mga unique handmade stuff. Shopify naman is another e-commerce platform na you can get started. So if you don't want to go to Lazada or you don't want to go to Shopify, you can then start a Shopee account. You can host your business to Shopee. They will actually help you. They can pay via Shopify. So it's actually just an e-commerce platform that you can use as your domain. A lot of our businesses in the Philippines are hosted on Shopify. Marami sila dito din kasi they want to have their own website din na pwedeng mag-add to cart, pwedeng kumuha ng payments sa Shopify. eBay.ph, it's still ongoing. There's still huge market of people buying on eBay. This is more on like the carousel. Maraming nagbebenta ng second-hand items sa eBay. Now, Facebook Marketplace and Facebook groups will top this talaga. I think it will go to the top 3 next to Lazada and Shopify. Facebook Marketplace has really developed their user interface where it's now easier to sell and communicate your products online. Facebook groups nilagay ko dito because as our culture here in the Philippines, we are more kasi we're very tribal people, we're very community-oriented people. So if we join in a group and nakakabili tayo niyan, for example, computer parts in Samar, may group dyan. Bikers group Samar, meron dyan. Right? Davao computer parts meron, no? So every group for certain product meron. And if your business is dominating there in that group, then talaga, a lot of the times, bakit dalawa-dalawa to back to back? I have a friend who is really good with dogs and meron siyang pet store kasi vet din siya. What he did was he started a Facebook group, no? Cebu Dog Lovers Community. And then what he did was he attracted his target market to that group and nagpo-post ng pictures, nagpo-post ng mga dog updates, may mga nagtatanong about dogs. And then, minsan-minsan, nire-recommend niya yung pet store niya doon sa Facebook group. Kasi yung target market niya, andun na sa Facebook group. So that was actually a smart way of doing it, is building a community and loyal customers around your business para hindi na siya nag-ads, doon na lang siya pupunta sa Facebook group. So there's a lot of ways around really targeting your market audience. It's really just about ano yung value na binibigay mo sa kanila or ano yung problema na sinosolve mo para sa kanila, and they will really, really buy. Now, I've included this here because as a Google Business Group co-lead, we promote the Google products in a way kasi it's for free. For example, wala kang may website ka or let's say sa Facebook group or ganyan, wala ka pang website. So you can actually utilize Google products such as ilalagay mo sila, isisend mo sila sa Google form kung ano yung order nila, name, address, ano yung mga, to store all of their information. Tapos the Google form will then become a Google Excel sheet. So you have a record of all your customers ordering, right? Hindi ka na yung magsa-search pa or magsa-scroll sa Facebook Messenger. Sino yung mga na bumili sa'yo. Everything will be in an Excel spreadsheet and you can easily send them an email of order confirmation, or you can also send them an email when you have new products or sale promotion coming because you already have their information. So just utilizing free tools that are available just to parang hack your way around the process where you don't really have to pay. You don't really have to pay for a payment system yet kasi let's say nag-uumpisa ka pa lang, but you want your business to have a good process. So when they click the link, my order form, right? So when they type in the order form, you receive it real time, you send them a message, like, hey, thank you so much for ordering. So parang ganon, right? Now, yung message mo sa order confirmation is also very different. So we have a different order confirmation message for Executive Eddie. We have a different tone of conversation than for Google Gary. So talagang it's really, really different, no? But at the end of the day, if you have like a parang, if you know your branding already, it's easier to talk to these buyer personas in the long run. Another one is Google Shopping and Google My Business. So if you want to dominate in the Google search, if you are your business is very, very reliant in Google searches, then have your business in Google My Business, Google Maps, Google Shopping. Make sure your products are there. Kasi, you know, SEO purposes, I don't want to delve into that really talagang dwell because it's very technical. But if you just do the basics, make sure na you have your business is in Google Maps. Kahit wala kang, although sa Google Maps, you need a physical address. But if you just give, nandun ka sa Google My Business, and then if you have a physical store, make sure that you are in Google Maps, Google My Business, may maps dun, and make sure na you have a lot of reviews, then you can be very easily searchable on Google. Next is dito na tayo sa marketing your business, no? So again, we have a question with marketing. So what's the best strategy to stand out in marketing your business if your products are similar with the other online entrepreneurs? Now, again, this question, Sir Bam, is basically your unique selling propositions. So whether your market is all about your location, saan ka naging unique? So whether your process, it's your product, it's your location, it's your branding, it's your purpose, right? So let's say delivery service kayo, like you want to start a delivery service, pero masyado nang saturated yung market, masyado nang madaming delivery service, may Food Panda, may Grab, may Tok Tok, you know, may a lot, marami. Pero in your area, walang delivery service na nagbabike, right? So you will, and then you will research ang daming bumibili ng bike ngayon, right? And a lot of the times, maraming nawala ng trabaho pero may mga bike sila. So your purpose or your why, you want to help unemployed or yung mga nawala ng trabaho sa pandemic, you want to help them get an extra income. That's why you started your business. So people would rather use your services kasi yung pag-brand mo, meron kang pagka may social enterprise ang approach mo sa business mo. So you need to be very specific. You know, it's still around delivery service, but since saturated na yun, and you really still want to make an online business out of it, then try to create yung mga pedal bikers. Nagsisave ka pa sa environment kasi walang pollution, right? And then you're also promoting yung mga bicycle lanes, di ba? The government is really working hard to promote bikers in the city. So marami kang tina-target market, marami kang tinatamaan na unique selling proposition based lang dun sa pajak-pajak. Now, may mga not good benefits din. Let's say pag bike, matagal dumating, right? Matagal umabot sa destination. But if you focus your services around mga malalapit lang na deliveries na mas mabilis ng bike, then okay. And then if you want to offer delivery services sa mga malalayong lugar, you can tell your customers na may mga motor din kayo. Pero you don't highlight that in your branding. You highlight your branding on the bike peddlers. Diba? So you offer motor riders then for farther flung areas. Pero, your messaging, your marketing is really towards the pedal, the biker, save the environment, help people, even go the angle of getting fit, no? So kasi nagbabike, mas fit yung riders nyo, may exercise, So really, even though it's like sa milk tea, for example, di ba? So yung unique selling point nila is buy 3, take 1. Apat agad in the price of 1. Di ba? So kung ako, gusto ko ng milk tea, dito na ako sa kanya bibili kasi buong pamilya ko, malilibre ko ng milk tea. Right? So their target market is someone na hindi mayaman naman masyado, na gusto na, very family-oriented, maraming magkakapatid or maraming barkada, and they want to drink the same thing, and they can do TikTok, and they're all drinking the same, the same drink. So yun yung target market nyo. So you want to go for mga TikTokers, right? Mga TikTok target market, yung mga mas mabatang generation. Hindi nyo, you don't target people around the areas na, in the richer communities. Although you can, but I think the target market for milk tea that offers buy 1 take 1, buy 4 take 1 talaga is, for the other communities. So it's really about finding what's unique in your business and really marketing that message all around. So yeah, I'm not I hope I answered your question. So if you guys have any other questions like that, please put that in the chat box. So here, marketing your business, this is again another unique selling proposition or elevator pitch. So pwede nila to ilagay sa bio nila or sa website nila. So instead of saying this is our marketing goal is to really reach, let's say, dapat from 1, meron tayong 10 customers, right? Very vague. This type of marketing talaga is really very detailed. We need 20,000 visitors, 500 leads, and 12 customers within the next 12 months from our inbound marketing efforts in order to achieve a revenue goal of 600,000 pesos from inbound marketing. Inbound marketing, this can be email or this can be lead generation or calling. So ano ang gagawin natin to get 20,000 visitors? So in their marketing efforts, they need to have a good website. They need to make sure their website is really really user friendly. Pag nandun na sa website, dapat ano yung what will make the people stay in your website. So for example, the very good one of the things that's really good, one of the companies that are really good doing this is Shein, Zalora, and Beauty Manila. They are really asking everyone to visit their stores as much as possible. And sa unang homepage pa lang, talagang you can really scroll all the way. No? So Lazada is good with this approach as well. So yun ang kanilang target. So meaning, ang focus ng marketing efforts nila is really on the website. Make sure everything is clicking. Make sure everything is working on the website. Okay? So very, very specific dapat yung marketing goal mo din. Even with the numbers. So from 0, sample 0, walang bumibisita sa Facebook mo. Ano yung goal na gusto mo at the end of 6 months? Say 0 to 5,000 likes in 30 days. And then at least yung 1,000 likes na yon, meron kang 10 customers na nakausap, 10 customers na bumili. So something like that, no? So you can print this and put this on your wall and really para ma-focus yung goal mo na ito yung dapat gawin mo for the next 30 days. So you once you have that, you need to choose your content. Again, depending on your goal. For example, if you are inbound marketing or website marketing, gusto mo lahat ng tao pupunta sa website mo. So you try to create blogs na helpful. For example, pag ang business mo yung internet provider, so you write a blog post about how to improve your Wi-Fi, for using these hacks. So ilagay yung router sa mangga, trim ng mangga for example, or ilagay ang router malapit sa bintana or whatever, or what are some of the myths or yung mga maling akala ng mga tao about internet. So anything about blog posts that you're not really typically selling, but more on informing people. So blog posts is very important. Ebooks or books, like myself, a lot of the times I get leads from my website because they want to access this. So mas tumutubo yung aking, lumalaki yung inbound marketing efforts ko because a lot of people want to download my book or the ebooks that I created. Next is pag videos naman yung content mo. Like a lot of people are now into TikTok videos, food pandas, yung mga nagsasayaw na mga delivery riders. Those are some of the videos that are going viral right now. A lot of the videos efforts right now talagang maraming nagfo-focus sa videos only because the algorithm says it so. So yung algorithm ng Facebook, ng Instagram, TikTok, a lot of the times, mas malaki yung reach and engagements ng videos. So that's what they're pushing sa mga consumers nila. Stories, Instagram stories, Facebook stories. Again, this is more on videos rather than photos. Pero go for stories as well. Podcasts. I have my podcast as part of the marketing efforts to the company. And also part of my passion is to help entrepreneurs here in Davao. So a lot of the times you can see now maraming tao ang nagpo-podcast to extend their reach. Webinar like this, no? So make sure na when you do webinars, a lot of the times, yung mga webinar na sinasalihan ng mga online businesses, yung mga sinisimulan ng mga online business are all about selling auction items. Kasi there is just this parang special feeling to be invited in a private group webinar na only few buyers, di ba? Usually some of the online sellers would say, yung mga yung mga loyal lang na customers namin ang pwedeng mag-join dito sa live na to kasi we require a minimum of 5,000 purchase. So, yung gustong sumali, sasali ako dyan kasi, I can afford 5,000. So, may ganyang mga aspects sa webinar or private online selling na nangyayari ngayon. We also have consulting. So you can do online consulting in your website as part of your unique selling proposition. Minsan free to. This is a lot of the times very efficient in telemedicine. Maraming doctors ngayon ang tumataas ang clinics intake nila because they are now taking calls or sessions or consults via Zoom. No, so a lot of the times bayad muna and then bigyan kanila ng Zoom details, and then you can get advice or consult from your doctor via Zoom. SlideShare, this is another content. A lot of my presentations are on slideshare.net. Marami doon because I am targeting Executive Eddie. So si Executive Eddie mahilig mag-research, mahilig sa pagbabasa ng content. So we make sure na we are also present in slideshare.net. Another one is your graphics. For example, if your target market is very visual, if your target market is Instagram based, yung mga Instagrammers, yung target market mo, you need to make sure na very aesthetic and very good yung feed ng Instagram page mo kasi very attracted sila sa mga aesthetic type of feed, especially if you're a travel agency, you want to promote the tourism in your city and you're offering tourists, if you're from Siargao or if you're from Samar or Leyte, you want to promote the tourism in Leyte and you want to offer a travel agency. So, yung graphics mo dapat talagang stunning, di ba? Yung mga videos mo dapat talagang pang travel goals. So, these are just some of the few contents na you can choose from, one or two or all of them. It really depends on your target market. Ngayon, inuna ko talaga yung buying persona because it's hard to choose what content to make if hindi mo kilala yung buying persona mo. Sometimes, you don't know the companies that we subscribe to, Lazada or the YouTubers that we subscribe to. They have buying personas. They have target market kung sinong nanonood ng mga vlogs nila. Sometimes they do YouTube live because their target market requested it. Onlyfans.com are for fans, paying fans, right? So it's another platform na if you have very, very loyal and very willing to pay customer base, then you go there, onlyfans.com. So, but if you don't know your buying persona, you'll be easily lost in the whole digital marketing world kasi it's really hard pag wala kang targeted market. Ang hirap talaga mag-create ng content. Bakit walang likes? Bakit walang followers? Bakit walang share? Because the people that you're targeting are not seeing your post. They're not sharing it because they can't see it. They're not commenting on it because you're not asking a question. They're not sharing it because you're not asking them to share it. Sometimes people don't subscribe to your YouTube channel because you don't tell them to subscribe. Oy, miss, kaklaro na anang mag-subscribe kung if you watch. Well, I know it's obvious, but sometimes people need to be told what to do next, So that's why a lot of the times dapat may spiel talaga na don't forget to subscribe kasi a lot of the times people forget to subscribe, di ba? So you need to tell them to subscribe. You need to tell them to click follow. You need to tell them to share. You need to tell them what to do. Right? So if you're on your website, if you are designing your website, you need to tell your customers what to do. That's why on Shein or on Lazada, the buy button is very visible. The add to cart is very visible. And yung mga customer support nila, yung mga refund nila, ay talagang hahanapin mo pa. right? Talagang you will really read between the lines sa app because that's not what they want to encourage you to do. Ayaw nilang mag-click ka ng refund or ng return. So it you notice some of these apps, they are really making it hard for you to click cancel or click return. Pero ang laki ng button nila ng buy. That's all the marketing strategy. That's all the, that's all the buying personas, 'di ba? So that's why this is very important. As a foundation of your online business, you need to know these things. So next, when marketing your business, again, you need to be three things. You need to be a scientist. You need to be able to study and interpret data and information, whether that's from your website, whether that's from your online store, whether that's from your TikTok numbers or your YouTube channel. You need to be able to read and most especially interpret data. So yung mga science natin dyan, yung mga process ng scientific methodology, this is very helpful. Next is artist. You need to be able to showcase your products and services creatively to specific target market. So again, yung travel agency, dapat travel goals. Dapat talagang maganda yung mga videos na kinukuha mo pang travel. You also need to be a psychologist because you need to be able, or you need to have the ability to observe and analyze the customer's behavior. Rather, you would say na ang daming nagme-message sa Facebook, hindi ko na maapas o tubag, wala ko'y tulog, kay dagan na kay ko si question. Pero if I send them to the website, nganong wala may mupalit, right? I have 1,000 messages a day, pero walang bumibili sa website. Yung pala, this is where your scientist hat comes on. You need to interpret the data. Kaya pala hindi na-convert or hindi nakakabili when you send it to the website is that your website is not mobile friendly. So sa Messenger, okay, you need to put your shoes in the customers. Pag-click nila sa mobile, pag-click nila ng link sa Facebook Messenger na sinend mo, pag-open nila ng website mo, hindi siya mobile friendly, hindi mabasa yung text, yung buy button hindi mahanap, kailangan pa nila i-scroll to the left. So with that, kaya nawawala ng gana, umaalis yung customer unless they really really need your product. Talagang para silang nagjo-jungle adventure para lang makita yung add to cart button or yung order form. So with that, you need to really be these three things. Pwede pang ilagay customer service or customer support as number 4, di ba? But you would say, ma'am, unsa man ni, uy, dili man ko artist, very science man ko, very logical person, I'm very into numbers, but I'm never creative. Then you hire an artist in your team. You hire a graphic designer for your team. You hire a marketer that's very creative in your team. Right? Or, ma'am, ako yung creative. I want to take photos of products. Ganahan ko ng mga aesthetic TikTok goals. Pero, I don't know how to interpret the data. Unsa may wako kasabot anang mga metrics, engagement, quality, or everything. Wako kasabot ana. So, you need to hire someone who knows how to do this for you to grow as a business. Diba? So, or ask help, for other people or learn. Diba? Kailangan ka tong talent na chart. Diba? You can add there sa talent. I don't know how to do but want to do. To be able to study and interpret business data and analytics of my own business. So whether you take courses, whether you study YouTube, stop scrolling nonsense on TikTok and actually enroll in a course about business analytics and business economics, right? Because that's more, that's a better use of your time. Diba? So, hago no, magkaroon ng business. So I hope you guys are still with me, but I think I'm almost at the end of my presentation. But so here's another online resource, for your online business. This is a sales funnel. If you can see, it's a triangle, para siyang funnel. And it's basically how you build your business around marketing. So sa pinakataas is your prospects, your target market, di ba? Si Persona 1, si Executive Eddie, si Google Gary, andyan sila sa taas. So all you need to do is build awareness. Lagay ka sa blog, follow their social media, run some ads, create some videos, content around them, right? And then, naging ano na sila, they're interested. They want to talk, nag-click ng Facebook Messenger, nag-add to sa website, naglagay sila ng email address nila or nag-message sila sa Facebook, then they become prospects or they become leads. Bumili sila, right? So iba naman ang marketing mo sa mga leads. For example, bumili na sila sa'yo. How do you make sure na these leads are still there? How do you keep them engaged, right? You can say, hi, Regina, you've purchased from us before. We actually have a Mother's Day promo coming and we know you're a mother. We follow you on Facebook. Mention their child. If they mention their child on Facebook or in Instagram, that way it's more personal. And you say, we actually have a promo for Mother's Day, ganyan, ganyan. Different naman yung messaging mo sa mga prospects sa taas na hindi pa bumili. Right? So you have different segments for each funnel. And then sa baba naman yung mga customers mo, like yun nga, yung mga bumili. And these are how do you nurture them? You know, give them 10% discounts kasi bumili na sila before. Or suki mo sila, kaya gagawin mo, yung mga suki natin ha, they will actually have the front seat or they will have a live Q&A with an influencer na you invited sa online webinar mo. Yung mga hindi pa customers namin, I'm sorry, but we have to remove you from the Zoom. Right? A lot of the times, mga nangyayari sa online live selling, ginagawa nila, nilalagay nila sa breakout room yung mga loyal customers. So yung mga prospects leads, uy, gusto ko rin sumali doon kasi gusto ko ma-live Q&A si Chris Bernal or si Tony Gonzaga, di ba? Nakuha nilang endorser. So yun ang kanilang pang-nurturing efforts to really, kasi like the leads, bumili na sila. How do you make them customers and be loyal customers? So dapat may pang VIP, di ba? SM is really good at this with their SM Advantage card. So pag marami ka ng points, gamit ka ng SM Advantage, meaning bili ka ng bili sa SM stores, you become the SM Premium, yeah, the silver one. Pag silver na yon, then pwede ka nang pumila. May priority lane ka na sa cashier, 'di ba? So, meron ka ng own priority lane mo. So, yung mga ibang tao, uy, paano kaya 'yan, 'di ba? And then may mga cashier pa na, ay sorry ma'am, pag hindi pag ordinary lang yung SM Advantage, hindi ka pwede sa line na to. Right? Philippine Airlines, Mabuhay Miles, they have very specific rewards for specific customers. Yung mga ibang Shopee store, pag bumili ka ng minimum of 5,000, meron kang free shipping, di ba? So you really make sure na you have nurturing efforts to make your existing customers buy and buy and buy. No? So the trend now we see here this year in business is the collaboration era. Tapos na yung competitor era. Yung lahat ba talagang competing. Ngayon, nasashock ka na lang na this brand and this brand are collaborating, right? And they're doing 50-50% sales. For example, here in Davao, we have a famous coffee street vendor. Yung mga sa gilid ng kalsada nagbebenta ng coffee. I'm not sure if uso na rin yan sa Samar. But here in Davao, marami na silang mga street coffee baristas. And they just set up in a bike or in a motorbike or in a car. And they set up a table on the side of the road and meron silang mga kape na binebenta. Now, they partnered with mga sandwiches na mga sandwich store na mga, mga ginawa lang ng mga housewife or ng mga nawala ng trabaho na nagbebenta ng mga sandwiches or burger online. So, sumasama na sila doon. So, pag gusto mo ng kape, may cupcake na kasama kasi usually, yan sila, tandem. So, dalawang cart. So, bike and pastries. Kasi, coffee and pastry kasi masarap silang partner. Right? Now, ang marketing efforts na mas maganda kasi dalawa na kayo right? So, it's really nice to see people or businesses that are complementary, that are collaborating with each other. So a lot of the times right now, collaborations sa Instagram, you would notice mga shoe companies, mga shoe businesses on Instagram, they are collaborating with clothes businesses. So yung mga nakikita nila na yung mga sandals nila or yung mga shoes na dinesign nila sa Marikina Shoes Collector are very good for suit companies. 'Di ba? So they're collaborating with mga Manila Suit and Co. Pag bumili ka ng suit nila, may discount ka sa shoes. Tapos i-cross-promote nila. So that's another way to market, especially during the pandemic and where everyone is in collaborative mode. Lahat nagtutulungan in that type of environment. So take advantage of that collaboration. Kasi usually, we shy off with that idea na, bakit ako makikipag-collaborate, or something. So try to be open with that idea as well. So here's a sample of the funnel. So when they reach your website, you thank them for visiting the website. And then maglalagay ka ng freebie, free download book or ebook. Like the authors, they would say, here's the first 3 chapters for free. Diba? Patikim mo sa kanila. Or magpapadala ka ng sample. O diba? Sa physical store, diba? May mga sample ng mga chicharon or ng mga local products, di ba? Yung mga mani, yung mga coffee na you can actually smell and taste. And then, nakataste na sila, it's easier to sell them kasi they've already experienced a little bit of your product. So this is a much parang easier or faster to get people, to give them a taste of something. Not just, thanking them sa website nila. So let me share with you some of the 5 famous startup growth hacks for free. These are some of the growth hacking tips that I've learned when we did some Google training. And this is one of the things that they taught us. The 5 famous ones na you'll be surprised na ginagamit ng mga big companies. First is called the little big horn hack. Now, if your target market is hard to reach, for example, instead of tackling it head on, go after adjacent markets in order to stimulate demand. Meaning, I know there is a problem, pero saturated na yung market na yun. For example, si Facebook. If you know why Facebook started, you would understand this. Yung mga schools and universities kasi, they have their own social media networks or social networks, right? And then they feel like instead of trying to create another social network in Harvard or whatever that school was, they created social network for other schools, other schools in that vicinity. And now, pag nandun ka, yung mga tao sa Harvard school, they want to be in that social network where their friends are. So that's how it started. Now they want to join Facebook kasi nandun yung mga friends nila rather than the school network. So that's basically the little big horn na tawag nila sa growth hack na to, because joining something because your friends are on it, and because they said it's cool, parang it's a social proof kasi na doon ako kasi nandun yung mga friends ko. My friends are using TikTok, so I'm gonna go TikTok kasi para makarelate ako. So that's basically that whole growth hack means. Second is the waiting list. Sino ang very popular neto? Want to have a go? Sign up for an invitation. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the app called Clubhouse. It's more popular in the West. Pero Clubhouse is like LinkedIn/Zoom/Facebook in one. No, so a lot of the times nandun yung mga malalaking influencers or yung mga malalaking names in the business industry and they're doing presentation. It's a good example of this also is a company called Mailbox na in the end they were bought by I think they were bought by Dropbox. Yeah, they were bought by Dropbox for $100 million. So what Mailbox did is parang before you get their services, pinaantay muna nila yung mga clients nila, and they gave the elevator pitch and yada yada, and they said na it will launch next month, but if you want to be part of the waiting list, ito siya. So in Clubhouse app, you can't get in or you can't sign up without an invitation from a friend. So someone has to bring you in rather than signing up, by yourself. So with that type of marketing, you're actually you're actually building your customer base for free by having other people bring a friend with them. Same with the waiting list, meron siyang intense part na, okay, I'm part of this list. So that's again social proof. Para bang cool ako kasi part ako sa list na yon na hindi ka kasama. So they want to leverage that in that human psychology or human psyche, no? Next is I think the cross post. Yes, the cross post is a feature on your website or in your business social media that allows a user to post to one of their existing social networks, usually with a line that credits your customers in some way. For example, share this post and use this code. A lot of the time, mga influencers, right? When it comes to Lazada sale, marami silang mga boodle finds, and a lot of them, maraming links na nilalagay sa description box. When you click that link from their YouTube description, meron silang commission on every sale from that link. So more and more people are clicking that Lazada link galing sa influencers, and they cross-post it and they share it, that link, to their YouTube, to their Instagram stories and everything. And a lot of the times their followers would buy it, especially yung mga loyal customers ng mga influencers. Then that's how they make money, and that's how Lazada gets more sales because of their cross-posting. The story for cross-posting is also popular with Airbnb. Airbnb used Craigslist. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Craigslist. Craigslist is parang an ads in the US na marami doon yung mga couch surfing platforms na, oy, do you need a sofa for the night? You can just go to Craigslist. I know it's risky and creepy and sometimes bad, but most of the time naman, mababait naman yung mga tao doon. It's a legit business. So, doon nila tinarget yung mga clients nila, yung mga gumagamit ng Craigslist. So, from Craigslist, they're bringing them to the Airbnb website when they started, Next is another free growth hacking is the by the way. So the by the way is probably, this should be all over your site. This is made popular by Apple on their phones. So before, when Steve Jobs was when Steve Jobs was still alive, they made sure na the iOS, when you send a message, meron nakalagay sent from my iPhone, Gmail, or sent from iPad. On Facebook before, nakalagay doon, posted via Samsung Android or posted via iPhone, right? And they are leveraging that na mga Apple users only to know who are their market or who are their users na Apple. So sa back end, malalaman nila sa statistics, scientist hat on, malalaman nila na 80% pala of our customers are Apple users. 10% pala are Vivo users. So with this type of by the way hack, you will also see and also cross promote. People will be aware because remember, they send messages to their friends and to their clients and to their customers, and they would know you sent them via Gmail or via iPad. Also, this is made famous by Yahoo Messenger and Hotmail. Remember the time sent by Hotmail? Or a lot of the times, mga apps ngayon or businesses, they have watermarks sa baba. So if you want to use Premiere or you want to use Filmora in editing your videos or Canva, merong mga watermark if you want to use it for free. Diba? Just also, this is the by the way. Meron siyang nakalagay na branding at sa baba. Next, the last that I think the fifth one that I like is the back scratch. This is one of the most popular growth hacking. It doesn't really require you money from your business. All you need to do is incentivize users to invite their friends, right? So you will do your accounting in a way na if they refer a friend, you get $50, you get 50 pesos or 100 pesos if your friend buys from you. This is good. Ang gumagamit nito is Young Living. Gumagamit nito yung mga oils, mga essential oils. Yan sila, very famous for this. Yung mga reseller companies, yung mga beauty, mga rejuvenating, mga beauty sets, they're very good with back scratch. Their back scratch hack kasi they reward people if they recommend it to a friend. Now, ma'am, gasto man na kay muhatag man tag $50 for the next friend. Well, you're gonna spend money on that anyway sa marketing efforts mo. When you run ads, when you run, when you build a website, when you make sure na, so you need to try to budget your marketing budget as well. And you may get 50%, 50 pesos less by signing up from that friend. Pero on the next month or the third month, mababawi mo rin yun kasi you already have this as a customer. So it's still a good growth hack. So the back scratch. So I think I am at the last I am at the last part of my presentation. Be part of our team if you want to know more. We do hire online workers, online team members. I'm also a host of Disrupt Davao podcast. You can find me on Spotify. I have interviewed different online entrepreneurs, especially during this pandemic, how they have pivot their business, how they have survived through the pandemic and what are the changes they've done as a business through the pandemic. So if you want to know their story and experience and lessons, and then definitely go listen. It's on Spotify. It's called Disrupt Davao Podcast. And since you guys are up until the end, I'm going to share where you guys want to download the app, the book, the workbook. Please let me know if you guys want to know more about it. Maybe a yes sa ano natin, chat box. I'll share you the list. Oh yes, thank you, Ira. I'll definitely share that. Let me check. Okay, so I'm gonna share it here. Okay, thank you guys. Jonathan, Stephanie. I'm gonna share it. Okay. So all you need to do is go to akala mo parang ano no? All you have to go to is reginaevangelista.com. That's my website. So just go to reginaevangelista.com and you need to click download free workbook here. Again, this is part of my second book. So if you guys will be careful with not reselling or repurposing or providing copies for this workbook because this is still in the process of working. So if you guys can only use this because you are from the SSU webinar, so please use this as much as you can and then share it to your friends or share the website to your friends so they can download it themselves as well. And then you can have this worksheet that is in front of me. No? So hopefully that's going to help. And I think the next is question and answer. Na? Am I right? I'm going to put it on the here. I'm going to put it on the chat. So yeah, I think that's the end of my presentation. I hope you guys learned so much. I know it's a lot, especially if wala ka pang business. Parang, ay, ang dami palang gagawin, no? Ang dami palang kailangan gawin. But guys, if you really do the work, if you really parang go through this, it will be easier na because you have a more understanding of what the business, how it should be run. So thank you. If you have any questions, I'm willing to answer them.
Yes, thank you so much, Miss Regina. Actually, I listened to your talk from the start up to the finish because I myself has I have a side hustle, and upon hearing your webinar, I'm really really glad that I guess I'm on the right track.
Nice.
Yes, and I'm hoping to learn a lot more dito sa binigay yung ano, yung sa book mo, and I will
Yes.
be reading it later. Thank you so much for this free access. And I would also like to thank those who are in Zoom, and the others who are joining us now. And you are very lucky that Miss Regina gave you the access to her book, even though it's not yet done. Am I right, Miss Regina? Hindi pa tapos? Oh, yes.
Hindi pa.
Okay, ayan. So, thank you so much again. And if you have questions, guys, you can turn on your microphone and ask Miss Regina directly. Although feeling ko, ma'am, parang wala na questions kasi sobrang detailed ng talk nyo. But yes, here, from Ira Cabral, how to prevent a certain sue from other online market entrepreneurs, especially if they have trademarks, because there is a certain concept like graphic designing and an individual wanted to sell their designs. How to prevent this?
Yeah, this is a bit tricky, especially in the creative market, because most of the time, well, whether we like it or not, everything is a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy of something. Nothing is really unique. It's really something that's taken or inspired by something else. I mean, you can trademark. DTI has a free trademark intellectual property service that's for free. If you have that certain graphics that you want to trademark, then definitely go to DTI and have it trademarked. Mr. Outsource as a name is trademarked as well. There's a lot of trademarking solutions available online. If you really, if your creative output, if your product is really unique and it really requires your design, like ikaw talaga gumawa, I think it's really nice to be protected all the time. Now, also another way, there's a lot of I will get back to you on the websites, but there are websites for you to check for copyright if someone has already done that, if someone has a very similar trademarked product like yours. A lot of the times in the US, meron silang trademarking websites where you can check if na trademark na ba. But usually, if you want to make sure, if you want to promote, especially this is a huge promotion, this is a huge launch, you can go to DTI and talk to them about whether this has been trademarked or not. Because most of the time, especially those na trademarked, their data is in DTI, their data is in SEC. So it's easy to find their license if meron sila through DTI before you do this very big launch. Again, if your business is really big and it's really parang requires intellectual property, I would suggest to also hire a lawyer and make sure you are protected, because most of the time in the, especially now when everything can easily be copied, you have to make sure that you are protected as well. So consult a lawyer and go to DTI, right? Go to DTI to make sure that they are trademarked, or your product is unique or ikaw lang mag-isa. So I think best is DTI or a lawyer.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Regina. Actually, that's also my question because I'm into designs and I am making handmade products. And I thought there's no such thing as suing someone because they copied your design. Kasi akala ko it's only applicable to like innovations or write-ups, parang ganon.
Lahat actually, like a lot of, again, this is a very harsh world or a very competitive world you're going into. So as much as possible, if you feel that you've developed this product, you've developed this process and it makes you unique, for example, it's really nice to have it trademarked. One, to be protected, and two, to protect to be protected in terms of your product, and also to protect yourself as well. I know this is not the parang the good part of running a business. I know this is the parang adulting part. This is the hard part, but you'd rather have the hard part dealt on very early rather than experience that na malaki na. You know, yung mas nahirapan ka na. So, although a lot of the times, a lot of the entrepreneurs are avoiding these types of scenarios, but it's still much better na, you know, just deal with it, and then you can then forget about it. Pero yung mga handicrafts, yung mga, as long as you made it yourself, I don't think someone is going to sue. I'm not sure, but you know the world is some, some people are, they're very petty about that stuff. So it's still nice not to have a lawyer. They say if you want to start a business, you need to invest in two people. One is a lawyer and two is an accountant. If you have those two and you make sure you have a budget for those two, ay ma'am, gamay lang man ko na business. Dili man siguro, wala man siguro mo demanda sa ako. Don't be compliant, don't be comfortable with that idea, because you will grow. No, you will grow. And if ingon ana imong mindset na gamay lang man ko ma'am, gamay ra gyud ka kutob. No, dili gyud ka modako, kay mo man na imong limiting belief na gamay ra man ko, uy, dili lagi, wala lagi na imo kiha sa ako. Ka okay ra nimo kapita, okay ra ni manguha ta og clip sa YouTuber sa drone shots niya. Kuhaon nato ang 10 seconds, 'di ba? Dili na niya mahalata. Right? So there are companies, that's a business idea also, is a company to really research the entire content of the internet and to see if someone has copyrighted your business. So we experienced that in one of our blogs, Mr. Outsource. When we started out, we wrote a blog about this photography camera, and then nilagay namin yung picture. 5 years later, we received a demand letter from their lawyer in Hong Kong. Now we use now their photo without their consent, even though naglagay kami ng reference where we took that photo, and we had to pay $5,000 fee just to use that photo. And kasi daw yung blog post na yon nandun sa website namin for 3-5 years. So hindi namin tinake down. So maraming ginamit daw namin yun for marketing. So we were sued for $5,000 for that, for using their image. So mas maganda na rin really to be prepared and protected.
Yes, it's really very important to know even the smallest details when it comes to business, really. Kasi, totoo, competition is very, very high.
Yeah.
So, there's someone here who wants to share. Sabi niya, I have experienced one. They did not sue me, but they threatened me as I posted my design at Redbubble, and they posted my personal info in their personal Twitter account. Due to panic, I shut down my account.
Well, the first question is, did you copy them? Right? Number 2, if you're not guilty, this is what bullies do. Unfortunately, this is how the real world is. If you're confident that you've done nothing wrong and they have, if they sue you, then sue them back. It's not, we have kasi in the Philippines, we have a very culture na pag dinimanda ka, although it's serious, but we have laws that protects us. You can get a lawyer, although it's a very dirty and it's a very tedious experience, but you will learn a lot of lessons. You will know that no one can just shut down your account. No, you've worked hard for this account. You've built your portfolio, and someone who just thinks you've copied, if you're not guilty, then I don't think you need to be scared. Just again, this is the importance. This is why DTI is there. This is why we have public attorney's office. This is why we have a lot of coaches, business coaches that can help us. Again, being a small business, mahirap kasi walang, feeling mo mag-isa ka lang, right? Unfortunately, in the entrepreneurship world, it gets lonely. So please make sure na once you want to become an entrepreneurship, you attend groups, you join groups, you join the chamber in your area. Maybe there's a Samar Chamber of Commerce. You be a part of that. If you are part, or kung wala man, create your own. You know, create a group of small online businesses, and if these things comes up again, meron kang masabihan. Anong gagawin ko? Or anong or you know, or you actually write that experience. You actually take, you know, you make a blog about it to make other artists aware that this happened. And I don't know whether I should do this or whether I should do that. And if anyone knows, ask your friends on Facebook. Now, this is your situation. You know, just ask for help, because it is really hard if you're an online business, especially if you're starting by yourself and a lot of the people around you doesn't support you or doesn't, you know, na nagsugod na sad na siya na yung negosyo, ambot na nga na niya, asa na siya adtuon. You know, all these stuff. You know, all the words you hear around people. So if you surround yourself with those people, then it's really going to be hard. So make sure na you create a group or you join a group. No, you join a group that's a good influence on you na maganda. I mean, I want to be a part of the Chamber of Commerce or your local city government's business DTI. Join their workshop. No, the government has a lot of advocacies and workshops. Join webinars like this and meet. Add me as a friend. You know, add big businesses, add big lawyers. A lot of lawyers now are on TikTok. A lot of lawyers now are on YouTube. Subscribe to them, ask them questions. That marami na talaga. So don't don't be scared again when this happens, and just make sure that you also have your rights, and we have laws for this stuff. So
Yeah, that's correct, Miss Regina. I myself keeps on joining groups even on FB, kasi it boosts my
yes.
my morale that I know that there is a niche, and there are a lot of people who are really into what I also like. So parang alam mo yung feeling na may market pala ng ganito.
Yes.
It's just that you don't know na meron, di ba?
Yes.
So, knowing na ganyan, parang, okay, it motivates you to do better and to do more. Parang
Yeah,
ganun.
it's also healthier for you mental health
Yes,
wise.
correct.
You'd rather be seeing posts about, you know, about people growing their business, people naghustle hard no, mao gyud ni ang reward, makabalay ka, or you know, dako kay kag bank account, mag ano lang mag, you know, rather than seeing posts about kabet or seeing posts about murder or seeing posts about, you know, it doesn't help you. I unsubscribe to the news, I unsubscribe to a lot of the toxic content I consume, because just for mental health reason, I need to be mentally fit for me to run my business, for me to help 60 employees and their families. Because if I'm, you know, if I, the moment I wake up and the first thing I see is si kabit, si ganyan, na maraming nagdemanda, si ganyan, ito yung, sa man buntag pa lang, di ba? Na-drain na imong emotions, and pag-abot nimo sa office, daghang problem, ganyan, ganyan. So you need to be very particular with the content na you consume, especially the moment you wake up. So ganun lang. It's a hard work talaga when you come to meaning. So when you say, when I receive the topic na finding online resources, that's an activity that you need to start rather than unending scrolling on Facebook, on Instagram, and TikTok na walang padulngan. You'd rather have the goal of finding online resources that would help you, diba? So yeah, I think it's really knowing the activities that's worth your time.
Yeah, so it's really important to start your day right and positively. So thank you so much,
Yes.
Miss Regina. And it seems that we have no questions anymore. So we will move on to a giving of certificate. So,
Okay.
thank you. Okay. So Summer State University, uh, present this certificate of recognition, award this certificate of recognition to Ms. Regina Evangelista in grateful recognition for imparting her valuable insights and expertise as a resource speaker during the Finding Resources for Online Entrepreneurship webinar held on May 5, 2020 at Summer State University. Given this 5th day of May 2021 at Summer State University, Catbalogan City, Samar, signed by the University President Marlene D. Cardoso. Thank you so much, Ms. Regina, for again accepting our invitation to be our speaker this afternoon, and we are looking forward to having you in our future webinars.
All right, my pleasure. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Ma'am, can we have a photo opportunity before we end this? And by the way, those who are in Zoom, please stay as we will be having a short game after the photo op. Thank you.
This is the part where I love because I can get to see all of your faces. Pag photo picture, pag picture dyan na kayo nagpapakita eh. All throughout walang photo. Hi, nice to see you guys. Your faces. I can see Ira, Andrea.
Sila nahihiya.
Nice to see your faces. Junia, Fred. Nice to meet you all. Are you all from Samar? No. Oh, wala. Nice.
Some participants is not from Samar po.
Oh, no, I was speaking Bisaya. Is that okay? Naintindihan? Oh, no.
Okay lang naman po.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Hyanya, nice to see you again. Okay. Wow. Nueva Vizcaya. Sana naintindihan yung Bisaya ko. Bisaya ba doon sa Nueva Vizcaya?
Bisaya ba? Bisaya ata. Okay, so three panels. Huh? We have 3 panels. Okay, so first. Okay. Wait lang. Okay. Next. Okay. Next again, last panel. Last na to. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you again, Miss Regina.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Miss Regina.
Thank you,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Bye-bye.
To all participants, please stay because you will have a short game, a logo quiz, and you will be giving out 20 pesos load for those who will win for each item. Can you see my screen? Okay, are you still there? All right, so we have 5 logos. So i-guess lang po natin if anong logo yung isi-show sa screen. Right, so how to win 20 pesos load? All you have to do is type your complete name, your number, and your answers. For example, the icon shows Jollibee, so you will type your answer, or you will type your complete name. For example, Juan de la Cruz, 0912345678 and then your answer, which is Jollibee. Okay, so if you're ready, ready your keypads or your keyboards. Right, so first item, first logo. Okay, so may nakasagot na ba? Right, so the first logo is Microsoft. So congratulations to Ms. Cabral Ira Patricia T. So we will just send the load after the webinar. Okay, to the next logo. All right, so we already have a winner. Sino yung winner? Sino nauna? Okay, so we have Delasema Dayan. Pero may format tayo eh. So we have to follow name first, your number, and then the answer. So the correct answer here, or the winner is Mr. Ronan Diego Saldana. The answer is Skype. Okay, so congratulations to Ronan Diego Saldana. Next. Third logo. Nanalo na si Cabral at saka si Ronan Diego. So the winner for this third logo is Miss Dayan de la Serna. Ay, sorry. Iba pala yung format niya. Sorry. Pasensya na, you really have to follow the format. Okay, so the winner for this round is Miss Jennifer Salazar. So the answer is Xbox. Next. Very easy. Right, so the winner for this round is Mr. Fred Delfino because the answer is share it. And I think this is the last one. Follow the format. So the winner for this round is Yania Dienel Kumilan because the answer is MSN, right? So that is the last logo. And congratulations to all the winners. We will send the load after the webinar. So thank you, and I hope that we will also see you again virtually on our next webinars. We still have webinars next Wednesday, May 12th. We have a morning session about red flags, depression, and suicide and depression. And for the afternoon session, we have personality and work ethics. So if you're interested, we will post a link, and then you have to pre-register for those webinars. Okay, so thank you and see you again on the next webinars. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much po. Keep safe po.
Yes, thank you. See you again next time.
Thank you, ma'am.
Congratulations again to the winners.
Let us sing a song of gladness to our alma mater race. Come, ye classmates, friends, and comrades, let her glory be our praise. May your lasting light be our guide, as we leave our portals wide. SSU only ever, in our hearts will this refrain. Faith will lead us to our destiny of success or adversity. Yet to thy name we give our loyalty. Alma mater, hail to thee. In the ivy halls of learning, found the wisdom thou hast gained, shaping lives for home and country, for our nations great and free. Sing we of her fame and honor, carry we her banner
Taking little footsteps, we began to climb.
Near or far, we have reached across some